A proposed demonstration by local artists at the National Theatre over its alleged sale by the government failed to take off as one of its leaders, Philip Luswata, was arrested by police and taken to the Central Police Station for interrogation. Luswata and other artists had gathered at the National Theatre to protest the failure by government to involve them in matters concerning the development of the theatre. According to Elvis Mutebi, a renowned artist, along with others, legendary musicians like Sewanyana of Afrigo Band, Daniel Omara, a comedian, Kaya Wisdom, the national chairperson of gospel musicians, protested the arrest of Luswata and called for dialogue between them and government.
It is not right to take Philip Luswata to the Central Police Station. It should be right. As we are preparing, tomorrow we have a meeting here at 2:30, and I'm calling all the artists who can afford to come here. Let them come here at 2:30. We've been asked by the executive director to gather here and see the way forward before anything. Then after the meeting, we shall see what will come out.
So I'm not here that because I don't want development. I'm here that I need to know the information. What is it that they are supposed to do, and how am I going to benefit as an artist, and what have I contributed? Because I'm a stakeholder, I have a right to contribute either through my views or just as a person who's, because I don't see a reason why you come into my place and say I'm going to change your room of your bedroom when you have not given me an opportunity to give views how I want my bedroom to look like.
Philip had a strike, an anger strike, where he can just, because he reached out to people, he went to different offices, people couldn't talk to him. So he came up with a plan to be listened to. He comes here, he fasts for the whole day until someone in charge comes and shows up and tells him, Philip, we've heard your voice, come we talk. But instead, someone just sent security on him and then they took him to CPS. That's not the good way. If someone comes and speaks and then you just threaten them by expelling them from a facility that they use. Philip has done so much for film here. These are people who are legendary. They have developed talent over the years in schools.
Course of action, arresting artists for standing up and asking questions. People are entitled to ask questions. But when you arrest them a year after, like a few months after elections is done, the assumption is, oh, we are only needed when there's an election, or when we are supposed to help them achieve something. So right now, we are asking, let us work together. What happened to the alliance? What happened to the peace that was there during the Tubonga Nawe thing? All of a sudden, artists are not needed. This is a national symbol, for Christ's sake. This is a representation of what the Ugandan arts industry stands for. It should be taken better care of. And if anything is going to happen to it, then the artists who sit here every day and work at this particular venue need to know what's going to happen.
This move by artists to protest comes at a time when government had just announced plans to construct a 20-storied building at the National Theatre, with plans to have a theatre on one of the floors.
We are still in talks with the different partners that are coming up with their designs and the bidding. And indeed, you know that even now, when you go to attend at a show, you do pay with some money. The general public does, doesn't it? I'm sure they do. So it's the same arrangement we shall be holding. But this time, because of the number of facilities we shall be putting across.
When we spoke to the regional police commander for Kampala South, Kahebwa Godfrey, about the arrest of Luswata, he says these artists didn't have a good agenda over the proposed protest at the National Theatre, and that's why Luswata had been detained to be educated on matters concerning public order.
It would have happened as these artists, through the organization, wrote to police requesting for permission, but police looked at the agenda, which wasn't healthy and for the good intentions. So it had to take time. It called the organizers for a meeting, whereby themselves, the management, the leaders, refused to turn up for the meeting. But today, surprisingly, they came at Parliament, blocking the roads, wanting to cause commotion. As police, we can't wait for that. We have to come in, stop the business, and call them for a meeting at CPS. Their leader is being put at police. Just educate him on the procedure and how should have taken the matter, not in such a way of causing commotion in town.
At a time of this intended protest, the National Theatre was hosting a play organized by Kaboja Primary School under the title, The Chief Was No Fool. These These school-going children had a full-packed theatre of people. But the question is, would they still perform in the same theatre after 6 years? Brian Senkumba, Channel 4 Television.